Hello my friends, this is the video that I made on Alibaba just 9 days ago, to be precise on February 15th of this year, when the price of this asset was, as you can see right here, at $155.73. And my main assumption was that we have to see some kind of movement to the downside, and here is the setup, potential setup, with an amazing 11.66 to 1 risk to reward ratio, with the downside potential of about 3.27% and upside potential of about 38.13%. And guys, take a look right here. Wait a second, I will zoom into this price action. This is the actual price action. I made my previous video somewhere at this point, and since I made it, the price went lower and it is approaching to my setup. As you can see, the same setup with 11.66 risk to reward, 11.66 to 1 risk to reward ratio, with downside potential of about 3.27% and an upside potential of about 38.13%. Guys, this is another evidence of the power of technical analysis. And if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to receive this type of calls to trade on a consistent basis with a risk-free 100% money-back guarantee, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And guys, this is the post that I wrote on January the 30th. It is a public post that you can find on my Patreon. It is pretty much all trade alerts that I made from December the 1st to January the 30th. These are the results of these alerts. You can see that all of the trades were in profit except this one on December 19th. TRWV hit a stop loss order, and we've lost about 1.33% on this trade, but all other trades are in green. That is why you can use these trades in your personal trades as a part of your due diligence. So guys, you've seen many of my trade calls, all delivering strong returns in just hours. Now it's your turn to trade smarter. Join my safe haven Patreon tier, built for traders who want consistency, structure, and real results. You will get a detailed plan to protect your portfolio, monthly one-on-one Zoom sessions with me, and private Discord access with all trade alerts, lessons, and exclusive updates. And here is the best part. If you don't earn more than your subscription price within 30 days, you will receive a full refund, no question asked, as long as your trading account balance is at least $2,500 and you've taken all the recommended trades during the period. No excuses, no fine print. You profit or you don't pay. Join today and let's start building your edge in the market.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
So guys, and on today's video I will show you what major catalyst will happen in foreseeable future that will drastically propel the price of Alibaba, and how you can react on this news. So, and let's begin with some fundamentals. First of all, I want to pay attention to the general sentiment related to Baba stock. And again, if you type in Google search bar Baba stock and switch to news tab folder, you will see several recent news. Let me pay your attention to this one. It was published just yesterday, and it is titled, "Has Alibaba Group Holding Further Upside After Recent 11.8% Pullback?" And let me show you some details about this story. As you can see, we have this article represents us several approaches to evaluate the fair value of Alibaba. One of them is DCF model, and the result of this DCF model is $275.11. It is 44.5% above our current price, which means Alibaba is undervalued based on this model. The second approach is price versus earnings, PE ratio. And in this case, Alibaba is still undervalued, but the ratio is not so high. We have second parameter that shows us that Alibaba is undervalued. And guys, in general, I have to admit that we have another comparison of the price of Alibaba with with the so-called fair value, and in this case the most cautious narrative is $107.09 per share, which means Alibaba is overvalued by 42.7%. And guys, all these models show us that potentially we have a lot of discrepancy in the evaluation of Alibaba stock, and that is why this asset has a substantial volatility. On top of that, guys, in general, I believe that Alibaba is still undervalued, but the reason of this is the national policy of the Chinese Communist Party in regards to their own companies, and the most recent update that I covered in my previous video is that Alibaba might be included in the so-called black list from Pentagon, which explains that potentially this company might be connected with the Chinese military forces, and that is why all the companies who have connections with Pentagon shouldn't buy or sell any goods with Alibaba. And definitely this type of news might affect the price of Alibaba and might suppress the price of Alibaba, but in general the business model itself is very promising. On top of that, let me pay attention to the most recent updates from analytic firms. We have Erste Group who reiterated their rating. They downgraded their rating and they set the hold rating just several days ago on February 18th, and this might also be some kind of negative catalyst for Alibaba. At the same time, guys, we have a lot of new filings that were made just recently, and I have to admit that some of them are bearish. As you can see, red rose represents the closed positions. Some of them are bullish, and in general I see more bullish pressure on from this list, from this so-called smart money investors list on Alibaba stock. That is why, guys, I still think that we might see some kind of consolidation in the upcoming week. But the most important news that will definitely be a catalyst for Alibaba is their earnings report. Unfortunately, we don't have exact date because the Chinese companies, well, they are hiding this information. They don't disclose it upfront. They just publish these reports, and it can be published within next several days. And definitely, depending on the result in this report, we might anticipate next substantial movement in either direction. Guys, don't be confused. I don't know in which direction the price will go. That is why I always use risk management in any of my open positions, and that is why you should do the same. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis. But before we dive deeper right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell, and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, let me show you that in general we are still quite bullish because we don't have any breakouts below previous swing lows, which means this asset is still forming its higher highs and higher lows on a bigger scale, and this is not an exception. We didn't break even this bottom, and especially we didn't break this one. That is why, guys, as long as this bottom holds, we cannot conclude that the trend has changed. On top of that, I want to pay attention to this purple line. It represents this 5-wave movement to the upside, but I believe that well, I have some different count, and let me show you what I'm talking about. This type of 5 waves to the upside that happened from beginning of April of 2024 till this top mid of March of 2025 is some kind of diagonal movement, and it completed 5 waves in it, which means potentially this can be an A wave in the diagonal movement. This might be B wave, and we are forming C wave. And guys, C wave should have 5 waves in it, strictly 5 waves. And let me show you what do we have right here. As you can see, let me delete this tool. We have wave 1 from this bottom to this top. This is wave 2. Wait a second, this is a wave 2. And this is a wave 3. We are forming the bottom of wave 4. Wait a second, I don't need this tool as well. Potentially this might be the wave 4, and we have to see wave 5 that will complete. Wait a second, this is the wave 3. I need to clone this one. This is wave 4. And we have to see wave 5 in our movement to the upside. And if so, guys, potentially the top of the 5th wave will be somewhere around this line that was drawn by me by connecting all these tops, and potentially the price target is still around $207.39. But at the same time, guys, on a smaller time frame, the closest price action shouldn't break this bottom. In this case, we will invalidate the bull count, and this setup will hit the stop loss order. That is why, guys, be cautious. Wait for more confirmation of its new potential uptrend. Wait for the results in their earnings report that will be published within several days. And well, see you in the next video. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby,